Hello everyone, welcome back to my Path of Exile cast. This is Captain Obvious. As promised before, I wanted to present to you a bow-ranged character. My character is actually level 81 and it is actually not a ranger but a thief, a shadow actually it's called in the game. But I developed him to be a bow casting character. Prestige class is a Mistwalker, which gives him more evasion. And with that, we're basically at the topic. What kind of character can you expect here? Basically, the main defense of the character, survivability, is based on evasion, very typical for rangers and thieves. So I'm stacking evasion here. My keystones are also aiming at evasion mostly. We have acrobatics, as I explained in my last video. These kind of keystones abilities and the passive skill tree define your character, how it plays. And this actually is basically these keystones aim to improve your survivability. So we have acrobatics, which will help me to dodge attacks. We have face acrobatics, which helps me to dodge spells. Then I have arrow dancing, which will help me to provide projectile attacks. And then as a last keystone, I have point blank, which means that my projectile attacks deal more damage the closer I am to the target. So it's a kind of shotgun bow gameplay. So yeah, that's that. Otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. I'm also going a little bit into poison damage, so it's like a mix of electric damage and poison damage, as you will see from my skills here. Let me open my inventory here. So how does it work gameplay-wise? Gameplay-wise, I have first on my left click, I have a frenzy attack, which will basically generate frenzy charge. Frenzy charges are the more you stack of these charges, the faster you can attack. So the attack damage it's a very fast-moving character, as you can see, it's running around. And his attacks are also pretty fast with the bow. And through that, I stack frenzy charges, and then I mow down everything with my lightning arrow, which also does not just physical and lightning damage, but on top of it also chaos damage, which will circumvent enemy elementary resistances and go straight to their life pool. Then for single target damage, I have barrage, which kind of has a knockback effect, so the enemy will keep back from me, will keep a distance. And yeah, that's basically how that works. I thought maybe I dive a little bit into the Atlas. As you can see, I think in the last video I hadn't developed it very much yet. But this is basically the Atlas, how it looks like. And I haven't played too much. I've developed I've seen so far 89%. It says, oh no, not 80, but not 89 of 154. So basically a little bit more than 50% of the maps I've played already. So yeah, so this is basically the end game content here. Maps are generated randomly. So let me build a map here. Make a map. Here's my map section. It's tier 1. Let's try, let's say, toxic sewer map. What looks good? What kind of map do we want to play? Let's do a beach kind of map. Alright, so I got this map, and now I need to modify it. I don't want to have a standard map, but I want to have a fancy standard map. So first thing, I'm going to improve the map here, the quality. The higher the quality, the better the drops and number of and item quantity I'm going to get out of it. And quality, as you can see. Now I'm going to upgrade it to a rare map. So there we go. So what does it have? That's very important when you play maps. Look what the statistics are here. So we have point blank. It's interesting. That's, we have it anyway as a keystone. So the closer we get, the more damage we do with our bows. Area has patches of shock ground, which increase damage taken by 20%, so we need to avoid those. Electrical damage. Monsters deal 53% extra physical damage as fire. Fire damage, lots of fire damage to be expected. Also change that to additional times. 51 chaos resistance and 20 elemental resistance. Okay, well, the chaos resistance is a little bit nasty, but well, nothing we can't handle, I think. Should be rather easy here, I guess. Okay, we have that. Demon Edge, Strand Map. That's what we're going for. Let's look at our character once more. As you can see, my resistance are pretty fine. Have capped almost everything. Fire resistance is lacking a couple of percent. Little bit, but that's not too bad. Otherwise, evasion rating. As you can see, I explained before, my character main defense is evasion. I don't have much life. That's 2,500. So if I get hit, it's going to be painful. I have an estimated chance to evade attacks of 66%, which is pretty nice. So like 2/3 of attacks will go. I can avoid 60% of my 66% of the attacks that go against me. And then we have chance to dodge attacks 40% and chance to dodge spells 30%. So now we wonder, okay, how does that mean? Does it mean I have over 100% chances to dodge attacks? No, the rolls in the game work the way that first the dodge roll will come. Do I dodge the spell? So if I don't, it will go. I will get a check if I can evade the attack. So first I have a 40% chance to avoid it, and then a 66% chance to avoid being hit. For physical attacks, spells are a little bit different. So there's only this one. Spells, basically you need to avoid manually. Alright. Okay, that's basically about that. I'd say let's dive in and play a little bit, so you can see how a gameplay with a bow-based character in Path of Exile is working. Okay, let's go to my map device. We need to activate the map. Can do a number of modifiers here on it, but for example, a breach modifier for 2 chaos here. So we'll add breaches, but I don't do anything fancy right now. It's just for demonstration purposes. Alright, let's activate our maps. There's our strand. Go for it. So yeah, okay, that's kind of a graveyard here. So yeah, you see now, I'm building up these are my frenzy charges, the green bubbles that swirl around me, and I will increase my attack, and then I mow them down with my whoa, whoa, whoa. What happened there? Oh, it's ugly. Oh, it's close. Like you saw, I got hit. And it got quite painful right to start. Okay, let's go down here. There's another map. No. That's need to get into this gameplay a little bit. Oh, we have some captains here. Let's avoid the damage. Got hit there. Shooting these bleeding things here at me. Okay. Got that. Let's collect the loot. I think my lightning golem got killed. We cast him. Will also help me increase my attack speed and my critical chances. Oh, Sister Clarissa, we can do that in a second. These are the lightning patches, by the way, that were mentioned. If I get on those, I should see here, shock ground, you take increased damage while standing on shock ground. So I should avoid that while fighting. Not too easy with so much happening on the map. So there's this clue. There's a little side content here. If I start the pump, it will be a kind of turn into a little bit of a tower defense game. I think I showed that to you in a previous video. So let's see. Okay, let's open here. Let's do some frost stuff here, some fire damage. And fire. So, alright. Let's see what happens. So, there are the enemies. Ah, they're pretty sturdy, these enemies here. They're trying to destroy the towers. Oh, on the other side we have them as well. Oh, he destroyed the pump. I couldn't defend it. Well, that was too bad. So, no loot for us. Failed this, I guess. Yeah, I didn't see these guys coming from here. Anyways. See, anything interesting here we picked up? Well, let's collect this and sell it later on. And more patch ground. As you can see, I got damage. If you stand in this stuff, I get fire damage. I better not stand in there. Build up some frenzy charges. And okay. Lots of gameplay in this game is about avoiding effects and avoiding being hit in the game. You see this? Oh, that was painful. Got hit there. My my mortal call went off there. It's a pretty nice defensive skill. Basically, when you get hit, will cast a spell that will increase my defenses for a very short amount of time, considerably, so I won't be killed by the following hit. I have a better chance surviving. Oh, okay, what was that? Okay. There's something nice dropped there. I heard it. What was it? Was this a moon temple map? It was kind of a balloon sound. Wonder what dropped there. Was it the map, actually? Yeah, it was the map. Okay. A map I didn't find so far. Okay. The strong box. If you open these, 3 packs of monsters will spawn. That can be quite nasty. Sometimes they have hidden properties, like, for example, that they freeze you. So for these strong boxes, if you ever encounter them, I strongly recommend. Okay, it's already identified, but higher tier ones will be not identified yet, and it's good to identify them so you find the hidden properties, because some boxes they can freeze you in the spot, then you will be surrounded by 3 packs of monsters that keep beating you up, and will die. Alright, arena. There is the boss of the map. See if I can down him. Wherever it is. Okay. Oh. It's also a very fast moving character. It's actually 2 enemies here. Using the knockback effect here. Oh. Messier, I got you. Messier. Dead. That's number 1. Oh, got the rogue here. He hits quite hard. And he has a good to-hit rate. He usually gets me. And again, as okay, let's our golem is dead, so call him again. I think I'm faster than that guy, so I can try to damage him while I'm off map. Okay, he was focusing on my golem. Let's recast him. I can't stay. Oh, I'm out of. Yes, I got him. Oh, there was another one. I hope I've got that. Yeah, I think that's it. So, let's see what they dropped. Is there anything nice here? Gauntlets. We can quite pick up still some stuff. Picket boom. Okay. Nothing fancy, just regular stuff to be sold. I can see if I maybe pick up a little bit more for currency.
I need more pockets.
Alright. Abandoned Citadel. Okay, unlocked a new Citadel here. Basically, I'm not too sure, but if you get these, as you can see, there are these watchstones you can put in here, and if you have all the watchstones, the one special enemy can spawn, and if you kill them, they drop the game's highest tier items. So basically, you need to gather these watchstones here. I haven't gotten a single one actually from any here. So yeah. It requires quite a lot of time investment to get there. Okay, now a new altar. I think we can.
I suppose I was a fool for thinking.
Okay, now we can return here to our map. Let's return to our hideout. And yeah, that's basically it. That's how a bow type of character plays. Of course, there are tons of different attacks with the bow. Can have, for example, I'm trying to boost here a galvanic arrow as well. Let me see if I can demonstrate that to you for a second. Where's my... Where do I have it? Or is it hidden here in my stuff? Let's see, here's the galvanic arrow. Take it out and, for example, put it in instead of the lightning arrow. Doesn't make much sense right now, but just for demonstration purposes. Let's go back to the map quickly to show you how galvanic arrow would look like if I use it. So now, right now that's my lightning arrow, this one. I change it out to the galvanic arrow. And I'm not even sure, can I use it? There is the galvanic. It's a little bit different. And can see the effect is different. So it releases a rare along with a burst of lightning, which damages all enemies. That's also a lightning damage. Yeah, but my lightning arrow actually is already level 19. This one is still, let me see, level 14. So there's quite the difference in attack damage, I think. Yeah, you can see 12,000 DPS versus like what was that, 8,000. I'm still leveling it. We'll see how that works. Okay. Right. Say that's that for the ranger type of character. Though this is a shadow, as I explained it before. Maybe a word about crafting. I think it's worth to actually do a specific video only about crafting, but a quick explanation about all the currency can find. As I explained, there is no money in this game. You won't find any gold or gil or whatever. Actually, this is the money. The currency, the crafting currency, is the money. It's used as money. And there is also a specific thing about this game. There is no auction house. So if you want to trade with a player, you need to contact them personally and talk that. You can use PoE Trader to get in touch with other players. You can list your items basically you want to sell in one of these special windows, and it will create a link to a website where you can look at, and then you can contact the person by whispering at him or her and ask her if she still is willing to sell the item for X amount of currency. So it's very manual, so to speak, the trading, and there's no auction house where you just put things in and buy things from, and it will be sent to you, as you know from World of Warcraft, for example, or any other game. Why didn't they implement a trading a kind of an auction house, which would be easier, I guess? Well, they were figuring, we want to have more interaction between players, and it's working actually quite good. So it's not difficult to trade in this game, really. Just a little bit different. All right. Yeah, crafting. Like I said. So how does it work? You have all these different currencies that do different things. So first off, you have these scraps, which are usually parts of a currency you can collect. So for example, 5 scroll fragments will become a scroll of wisdom. Then we have scroll wisdoms used to identify stuff. Then you have a portal scroll, which you can use to carry back. You can actually trade for those one-to-one at any trader. And you have blacksmith whetstones, which are used to improve the quality on your weapons. And you have armorer's scraps, will improve the quality of armor items. Glass blowers, baubles are used to improve flasks. Then we have gem cutters, gems, and they're used to improve these active skill gems. We have the cartographer's chisels, which improve maps, as I showed you previously. And then we have the basic stuff here, for example, Orb of Transmutation, which you can use to upgrade a normal item to a magic item. Let me demonstrate that to you for a second, so you see how that works. It's pretty smart, actually, and complex. I need to sell this stuff first. Let's identify it. So if there's anything nice here, which I collected. On the map, I doubt that there is anything worth keeping. All vendor trash, really. Nope. Come on. No. 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 Not worth keeping. That's... Yeah, if it had a third resistance, it has fire and cold. If it had a third one, it would be worth considering keeping, but it doesn't, so... Okay. Alright, there we are. We have created some space here. Let's get some clutter. Away with some clutter here. Stuff we collected. Put it into our currency stash. Quite some maps collected here, actually. put this back in so it can level up. Okay, so right. How does crafting work? Let's see if I can find an item. So let's look at this coronal leather here. Let's say,
Greetings.
yeah, no, sorry, not there. This one. So I want to. This is a base item, right? There's nothing special about it. It's a normal item, which you can rub. The only interesting it has 5 slots which are linked. Better would be 6 links, which are the most expensive items. I don't have a 6 link here actually, but just to show you how it works. So you put it in here, and the first thing I do, I'm going to increase its quality. So there we go. Now we have 20% quality. You see the evasion rating went up. So next one you want to do is basically, for example, I could even increase the quality beyond 20%. If I wanted to, for example, create a 6 slot, 6 link item, I would now try to stack quality and then start to change the properties here. But actually I just want to demonstrate how that works. So now you can take it and, for example, take an orb of transmutation, put it here. So it's already pretty nice. 51% increased evasion rating. That's not too bad. So now I take this one. It will give reforges this with a no. I don't want to reforge. I want to get him a new random modifier. It only has 1. I want to give it a second one. Lightning resistance. Well, it's not too great, but I'll leave it for the time being. And then I can, for example, upgrade the normal one to a rare one. And 47 damage to melee attackers. Not too fancy. So let's say I'm not happy with the values. You can, for example, use an orb of scoring on it, and all is reset it. So scoring will remove all the properties from the item, and you can start from the beginning and see if you get something that you want. Yeah, it's this is this 30 cold resistance. It has a lot of resistances. Let's see what happens if I upgraded it further. It's a rare item with new random. Oh, there's this. Oh, as you can see, I reforged it. Now I got a couple more. So this is how you can create your own items, basically. There's another way to do it, to get guaranteed modifiers on it. For example, I can use other currency on it. So let us remove it again. Just reset it here. And let's say, 1 second. Say I want to have something that has guaranteed evasion rating on it. So I have the Screaming Essence of Sorrow you can solo, and that will give you a guaranteed property on your item. So for example, I want to have more chaos resistance. Okay. So I take this one. I want armor with chaos resistance. I use this. Put it here. And bam, there we have 25 chaos resistance, 33 dexterity, and so on and so forth. Now you can see, yeah, that's basically how that works. Now I can, for example, put a wall orb on it, and the thing would be will be corrupted and modified unpredictably. Basically, it's a gamble, but you can do that as well. Afterwards, you can't modify it anymore. So now I have a corrupted item, and it gets corrupted modifier, for example, 2 level 2 socketed AoE gems, which is pretty nice. If you have a character that uses AoE spells, it will boost the level of the all socketed gems in there. Also 4% chance to dodge attacks additionally, So yeah, not too bad. I mean, the evasion rating is pretty low. I would want to have it higher. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, this is how crafting works. Everything has a use, does a different thing. And actually, if you want to trade items with other players, they usually will either deal with chaos orbs or the more sought after exalted orbs. I don't have any of these. Takes quite some time to collect these, and there are ways. If you want to know exactly how to get the highest form of currency, the best way how to farm it, you better look one of the guides in the internet. It's not too difficult if you're really dedicated. But I'm a casual player, and for me, I wouldn't want to play like 100 hours just to farm orbs or something. It's not my kind of play style. All right, I think I've shown you what I plan to show you. I hope it was interesting to you, and it stoked your interest in playing the game. I can only repeat. Keep coming back because it's really a very interesting and challenging and complex and altogether fun game to play. There's actually Path of Exile 2 in the making, so keep your eyes out. If you want to start fresh, that's a good chance. Alright, see you around. Bye bye.